Today on Northwest X, I'll show you how to make a wooden fingerboard. What's going on? It's Monday and today I'm showing you guys a how-to tutorial on how to make your own wooden fingerboard deck. Now there are a few things you need, so let's get right into them. Alright, so the first thing you're going to need is a fingerboard press, the most important tool. Then you will need some wood veneer. You get some off eBay, and then some wood glue. I've been using Gorilla Glue and it works pretty well. You're going to want to start off by taking 5 pieces of veneer, mix and match them up, make sure that they're not all the same. Try to go for some darker ones and some lighter ones. Lay them all out and then take your glue. And you don't have to do them to all 5, you're going to skip the second one actually and just do the first, third, fourth, and fifth because you will be sandwiching the second one in between the first and third one. Therefore it needs no glue. Then just take one of your fingers and start smudging it and smearing it all over your ply. You want to make sure you entirely get it, making sure that the whole thing is covered in glue. This will ensure better results once you do have your fingerboard pressed overnight. If you don't want to use your finger, you could use a knife, you could use another piece of veneer to do it. Just make sure you entirely get the whole ply covered in that glue. Then once you're done with that, get ready to start stacking them, making sure that you do stack the second one in between the first and third ply. That is the one ply that we did not apply any glue to, so you want to make sure that one's going to get sandwiched in there. And take the fourth and fifth and apply them like so, stacking them in that manner. Should have something that looks like this once you're done. Then you want to take your fingerboard press and just lay your 5 plies on that press, making sure that they are all aligned correctly. You don't want it looking sloppy. Try to position them all into that rectangle and making sure they're all on top of each other equally. Once you're done with that, if you guys have a vise, you can use either clamps or I'm using a vise grip right here. You're going to want to take your mold and then sandwich it in between your vise, and then you're going to want to tighten it pretty firmly. You don't want to tighten it too much because you will leave indentations in your wood, and that's going to make it a lot harder to sand out once you're done afterwards. So don't do it too tight, but do it pretty firmly, making sure that it is bending to the concave of the press. You're going to want to leave it pressed for 12 to 24 hours. Of course, the longer you do leave it in there, the stronger the board most likely will come out. Better concave shape overall. After letting it dry overnight, take your board out. Right there we have it. It looks pretty nice. It's all ready to go. We're going to take an old fingerboard now and use that to trace to make the shape for the new one. So just go find an old fingerboard, preferably not a tech deck or else you're not making a real fingerboard size here, but you can use a tech deck for the truck holes if you don't have a fingerboard. So right here I'm just using a tech deck. I'm just marking right here where I am going to be drilling my holes. I'm using the tech deck as a template for the truck holes. So just take that, you can use a thumbnail or a pin just to make the mark so when you do bring it over to your drill table, you know where you are drilling. If you do apply too much pressure when you are drilling your holes, you may crack some of the wood on the other side of the board, so be sure to take your time and do this slowly and precisely, of course, to make sure you're getting your truck holes aligned correctly. After that, if you do have a jigsaw or a little saw, you could go cut some of the excess off of your sheet. This will make the sanding process a lot easier where you won't have to take so much off, so I highly recommend doing this. This isn't totally necessary, you do not have to do this, but this does make the sanding process a lot easier and faster by taking a lot of the excess off. But if you do not have a saw, don't worry, you can just sand it down yourself, it just might take you a little bit longer. And then I'm just shaping my board now here on this electric sander to that traced outline I did use on that old fingerboard. You could accidentally take too much off and it could screw up the whole thing on you. So be patient, go slow, and just try to get that nice shape of that outline you got from your other fingerboard you used. This is probably the funnest part of the whole build right here, is shaping your board, and once you're done you should have something that looks like that. And then you can just take some sandpaper and clean it up yourself, file it down, make it look good, and you should have yourself a pretty good looking fingerboard. So there we have it, guys, a wooden fingerboard made with that gator fingerboard mold. If you guys have any questions on anything that I was using in my video today, leave them down there in the comments. If you guys want to know where to buy some of this stuff like the veneer or the fingerboard press, I did get all that off of eBay, so that's my best answer. If you don't have any of this stuff, go on eBay and get it. One of these molds do cost around 30 bucks, so box veneer usually around 20, and you can make yourself about 50 or more fingerboards. That's what I was able to do with my first box. So definitely it's not too hard to make one of these. I think the most challenging part is just drilling the truck holes. I think that was the hardest, most challenging thing for me to get over when I first began doing this. But you do have to wait a little bit. You do want to leave your veneer in the press for about 12 hours to 24 hours. So you're waiting along the lines of half a day to a whole day. So you could make about a fingerboard a day, maybe two if you're impatient. So if you guys have any more questions about anything in today's video, definitely leave them down there in the comments. I know I did say I was going to do a fingerboard giveaway today, so we're going to postpone that till tomorrow. I thought this would be a little better treat for you guys. But in the meantime, let me know what you guys think down there in the comments below. Give this video a thumbs up and share our video. And tomorrow we're giving away 2 fingerboards, so last chance, leave a comment down there below and tune in for that tomorrow. I should be getting my skateboard soon, very soon, so we're going to be getting back to some awesome skateboard graphics very soon, hopefully by the end of this week, and a bunch more randomness, probably some handboard graphics, more fingerboard graphics, so stay tuned, guys. But in the meantime, thank you so much for watching. Have a great, awesome Monday night. Like, comment, and subscribe. I'll see you all tomorrow.